I want to talk to you today about the essential aspect of humility in prayer. In Luke chapter 18, Jesus tells a story about two men who went to pray. One was a Pharisee, one was a tax collector. Now, to the Jews, they had very clear pictures of the spirituality of those two types of people. A Pharisee was somebody who was so determined to obey God that they not only tried to obey the 10 Commandments and the 610 Commandments of the Old Testament, but they added another 1,000 commandments to keep in order to make sure they were absolutely right with God. The other man, a tax collector, was viewed as by the Jews as somebody who was far from God. They were hated. They worked for the hated Romans. They collected unjust taxes. They were considered vile and sinful people. Two men went to pray. The Pharisee prayed like this. He prayed with himself, the Scripture says, and he said, I thank God that I'm not like other men. I tithe. I am faithful. I'm obedient. And he listed all his righteousness. But it says he prayed just with himself. The tax collector, on the other hand, just fell on his knees and said, God, have mercy on me because I'm a sinner. Now, which one of those two men would you think would be able to teach you about prayer? The righteous Pharisee or the sinful tax collector? Jesus said it was the tax collector that went home justified. Why? Because pride blocks the blessing of God in your life. Pride blocks the answer to your prayers, but humility opens the door. Think about God's promise in Chronicles where he said, if my people, which are called by my name, will humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then will I hear from heaven and forgive their sin and heal their land. God resists the proud, but he pours out grace upon the humble. When you go to God today, don't go declaring how righteous you are. Go thanking him for his great mercy, his many blessings in your life. Come with an attitude of grateful, humble dependence upon him, and watch God answer your prayers.